you and welcome to my channel. I am now 7 weeks exactly today, and forgive me, I'm in bed because for the past few days I've actually been dealing with just dizziness and just feeling faint. I haven't fainted or anything, but when my husband's taken my blood pressure, it's on the lower side. It's like around 102, 104 over, I think he said 60. So I'm not really, I think I read that in the first 24 weeks of your pregnancy, it's normal to have low blood pressure. And my blood pressure is never usually high to begin with. It's when I'm not pregnant, it's usually around 110 over 70. So if it's on the lower end, it totally makes sense as to why I'm feeling a bit dizzy. So I have to do this update laying down just so I don't feel dizzy. But overall, things are going really well. I haven't felt too nauseous today. Still feel like I'm pregnant because, you know, weird tastes, food aversions, and everything. I'm giving up on the whole macro thing until I start feeling a bit more normal. So today I've mostly just had things focusing on fiber and increasing my salt intake just to help make sure that I'm maintaining my electrolytes, and hopefully that helps with the dizziness. I'm going to show you guys as far as like any baby bump. I don't have one yet, but I also figured, for those of you who are curious, I've had 5 full-term children, so you can see what I'm starting with, and then as I continue to progress in my pregnancy, you can see where it ends up. I've gotten older. I mean, I remember when I was 19 years old, it felt like I just bounced back. I did have stretch marks from that one, and I think a little bit on my second one. And then after that, I didn't really have stretch marks so much, but my son, one thing I did notice is that my skin did not bounce back as much as it did with the first 4. So when I say my son, I'm talking about my 5th child. So it'll be interesting to see how this pregnancy, you know, praying everything goes full term and how I bounce back from that. But that can also give you a comparison of, you know, what I started with after having 5 kids to now I'm approaching 40. I'm going to be 40 in July, and where it goes from there. Okay, so I'm 7 weeks now, and I'll show you what my baby bump or belly looks like at 7 weeks pregnant after having 5 children full term prior. And I don't really have a baby bump right now. I'm 7 weeks and I don't really have bloating going on, so, but I'll show you. So yeah, like I said, it's not really, this is kind of pre-existing, and this is also at the end of the day, but I still have my belly button ring. I got that when I was 22 after my second child. But I mean, I think overall, I definitely lucked out in that I didn't really get too many stretch marks, especially having 5 kids. So I feel like I have every reason to believe that as long as I stay healthy and don't gain more than the usual 40 pounds that I've usually gained, I should be okay. So, but that's where I am at 7 weeks and what I'm starting with. So we will see how my belly changes over the next, 33 weeks. So it is now 7 weeks one day, and I'm just enjoying my breakfast this morning. It's before the kids get up, and I'm usually not even up at this time. I'm up, but usually just laying around in bed. So this morning I just wanted to get out of bed and have a few quiet moments before all the kids get up. So I've talked about this prenatal vitamin that I've been taking that I really like, and it's Ritual. And I like how it's scented and flavored with orange. and it goes down really easily. I haven't had any problems. And then this is my pill box for organizing all my other pills, and some tea and some egg bites this morning. These are the pills I take in the morning. I take 2 Citrusol, 2 of these Omegas. This is a vitamin B complex. This is Colace, iron, vitamin C, and baby aspirin. But yesterday I had some crazy dreams that, you know, like I had both sets where I was dreaming like I lost the baby, and then I had another dream that I delivered the baby, and the baby had dark hair and blue eyes, which it is possible for me to have a blue-eyed baby. I do carry the blue-eyed gene, and my husband does as well. So, but gosh, when you're having dreams like that, they're so vivid. So I think that's another reason why I'm up this early this morning. It is now 7 weeks, 2 days, and let me tell you, this dizziness and feeling lightheaded is next level. I wake up and I'm not so nauseous anymore, but it's just like that feeling of like I feel weak and I feel like I'm gonna pass out. I am noticing that like if I eat large portions, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. So I made lasagna for dinner. I mean, I don't have any like weird cravings, or, well, I don't think I have any weird cravings, but I don't have any weird aversions at this moment. Like, for the most part, food is still pretty good, but I made lasagna tonight, and you know, I had one slice and I'm like, okay, this is good. And you know, just that feeling that you get in your stomach where you're like, I really want more, but I know if I do eat more, I'm gonna feel sick. So haven't been, but skin still breaking out. I don't even know what to do with that, or just let it run its course, but trying to stay hydrated, because for some reason drinking plain water is really difficult for me right now. So I'll show you the liquid IV that I've been using and drinking to kind of help with the hydration situation, because when I feel weak, I don't feel like drinking a bunch of water, because then what does that lead to? I'm already using the bathroom frequently. So yeah, 7 weeks is fun. So these are the liquid IV hydration multipliers that I've been drinking to help keep myself hydrated in this process. What I do is I take my hydro flask, and it's a 40-ounce hydro flask, and put one of these inside there. So it's fairly watered down, but it definitely keeps me hydrated. But when I talk about the dizziness and the faintness, it's really intense, because this morning I didn't even feel like myself until this afternoon. So it's not nausea, it's just feeling so weak. Like if you sit up, you stand up, you're just gonna pass out. And from what I'm reading, that's normal, but it doesn't make me feel better. Still 7 weeks, 2 days, but I've been feeling really dizzy again. It was funny because like a couple days ago I had a headache, and then last night I actually got some sleep and slept for 9 hours, but I'm still tired. And so this is the one day my husband is home, and he's so wonderful because he's taking care of cleaning up the kitchen after dinner for me, because I'm just so exhausted. I'm hoping this passes, and I'm looking forward to feeling better. So it is now 7 weeks and 4 days. I didn't record yesterday because I was actually feeling really good. So I got a lot done. I got laundry done. All sorts of things. And I even went grocery shopping. I probably should have recorded what I got, but I realized I really need to start eating more vegetables and focusing on my nutrition again, because I'm not eating that great, and I'm not paying attention to my macros, but I still need to focus on eating healthier things so that I can feel better. And yeah, so I think yesterday, because I was able to get rest on Thursday, that it made me feel better yesterday, and today I feel okay. Um, it's Saturday, so my son and I are just relaxing. He's eating breakfast, and yeah, we're hoping just for a quiet day. But I'm not saying the nausea is gone, but I will say that it's definitely manageable. And when I start to get worried, then I start to realize, okay, no, I still have that weird taste in my mouth. I still have, if I eat too much, then I definitely feel sick, because yesterday I wanted some more of the lasagna I made, and I only had half of a slice. But apparently that half of a slice was still too much, and I felt sick afterwards. So I'm just having to pay attention to my body a little bit more, but the pregnancy symptoms are still there. It's just I'm letting my body rest and taking care of myself, so it's not so bad. So far, everything's going well as far as managing the symptoms. And yeah, I'm hoping the whole first trimester part doesn't linger on too terribly long. Baby's healthy and everything. That was the other thing I wanted to mention. So even though my symptoms aren't like unbearable, I am really glad that I'm tracking my pregnancy on the temp drop and the Ava bracelet, because it's just nice to see that all of my fertility signs, my resting pulse, my breathing rate, my heart rate, my basal body temperature, it's just nice to know that all of those signs haven't changed, so I have no reason to believe anything's wrong. And especially after hearing the baby's heartbeat, that things should be going well. So, but yeah, we're just hoping to have a nice quiet day. It's kind of gloomy outside. It snowed yesterday, which I would like to say is unusual for this area, but we always get that freak storm every now and again. So yeah, if it gets too much colder, I'll put a fire on and, see where we go from there. So it's just a few hours later, and as you can see, I'm already in bed. I can definitely say that even when I'm feeling great, these waves of nausea come on, and it's just like right when I think, okay, I'm in the clear, I'm gonna feel good, and then the nausea happens, and it's still good for me to film the moments that I am feeling good, because pregnancy is not just, a constant, endless torture, although sometimes it might feel like this. And certainly when I'm having nausea, it can feel like it's lasting quite a while. But I figured it's Saturday, my son's down for a nap now, and I'm going to lay down, take a nap, and hopefully I feel better at some point later today, but I'm just gonna go with it. So it's the evening now, my son's down for bed, and I'm just relaxing with some fruit for dessert, and the nap earlier today was much needed, so, and yeah, just gonna relax for the rest of the night. So I have my fruit, and I just started the fireplace, so that should be going soon. But overall, a very quiet night. It is now 7 weeks, 5 days, and I am so ready for today to be over. It's kind of unfortunate because it's the weekend, and today didn't really feel much like a weekend anyway, because my dog is sick, so she had to go to the vet today, and trying to go to the vet while you're wrangling a toddler and a 6-month-old puppy, it's a little bit challenging. I definitely had my hands full, so I didn't get a chance to really rest today, and one of the things that I'm really battling is like my stomach really hurts. And I'm not talking about cramping. I'm talking about just digestive issues, because I am trying to keep up on my fiber intake, but everything has slowed down, and that can cause some stomach pain. And I was at the vet and, you know, trying to maintain control of my toddler and the puppy. And, you know, when your stomach's hurting and you feel nauseous, it doesn't feel great. So when I got home, I was able to, you know, sit down and relax a little bit, but I'm still doing solo duty today, and will for a few days more, but hopefully before long my husband gets home and we can go back to our usual routine. It's tough because when he goes to work, he's at work for days, and when he's home though, it's nice because I don't have to worry about, you know, the regular 9 to 5 grind where, you know, every night you are getting ready for the next day. It's almost like, well, he's on vacation. I'm working the regular 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. So, but I'm gonna get my nighttime routine going and put my monitors on, put the progesterone suppositories in, say my prayers for tonight, and yeah, tomorrow I'm still letting it sink in a little bit that, yeah, I mean, I hate to say it this way, but it's like after a loss, you look at pregnancy different, and you're like, okay, you wake up in the morning and I'm like, okay, I'm still pregnant. And it's not to be negative, Nelly, you're scared, and it's scary to be pregnant after a loss. I went through my first 5 pregnancies completely oblivious as to this fear, and I am scared. I am extremely hopeful, but I'm totally scared, and that's why I don't know when I'll ever tell the people in my real life that I'm pregnant. All right, well, good night. So it is now 7 weeks, 6 days, so tomorrow I will be 8 weeks, and I'm just having lunch. I'm thinking back on this week, and definitely the waves of nausea. I'm having the stomach problems from the progesterone slowing my system down, and for that I'm trying to manage it. Headaches, definitely. I woke up feeling pretty good this morning, but then as this afternoon started rolling in, and I haven't quite figured out what I need to do to manage that a little bit better, but I'm just having lunch now, and I decided to keep it simple. I have some chicken that's wrapped with a little bit of bacon, and I cooked up some spinach because the idea of a salad wasn't particularly appealing to me, so I cooked it. So yeah, nothing fancy for lunch today, just some cooked spinach, and I'd gotten this chicken bacon wrap from Costco, so that way it at least gives me some protein, and there's some cheese inside it as well. But that is my 7-week pregnancy update, and I am so excited that tomorrow I will be 8 weeks, which is 2 months down, 7 more to go. And yeah, I'm feeling really hopeful and optimistic. My stats on the Ava bracelet and temp drop still look good. And if you want me to do a video more in depth on those 2 bracelets and how I use that to track my pregnancy and after I used it to help get pregnant, let me know in the comments down below. But please like this video if you did, and subscribe for future updates, and I will keep you guys posted, and until next time, bye guys.